Hi, I'm Mark Dias, and welcome back to Let's Play Dragonfall. Before we get this started, let me do this, so I can make sure everything goes nice and smoothly. There we go. Considering that there's a 10-second delay already. Anyway, let's get to it. You'll have to excuse me. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's allergies or seasonal change or something. I am like congested. I might horf a few times. So I'll try to mute it if I can. But as you notice, my voice is a little bit more raw than it normally is. So I'll do my best. No promises. But luckily there's lots of combat. There's also a chatty catty. Why are you being chatty, Scarlet? Anyway. Alright, authorization required to access executive elevator. What was that? 961... 54139. 54139. Nope. Uh, 84792. There we go. Access granted. Floor 25. Because technically you don't need to fight that security, but why not? I'll probably just have to fight them again when I get back out. MK6. The elevator whisks you upward toward the executive level 25th floor. As expected, the run has been relatively smooth sailing so far. A chime breaks the silence as the elevator glides to a stop. The MK6 is somewhere on this floor. All you gotta do is find it. So this is just going oh so wonderful. The emergency lights wink out, leaving you in the darkness. A moment later, the building lights flip on, cranked all the way to full illumination. The light is uncomfortably bright. A quick check of your comlink shows that the security feed has been terminated. Instead of a command view of the 24th floor, you find yourself staring at a blank screen. Well, that can't be good. Yeah, definitely not anything suspicious going to happen. I love these bookshelves, by the way. These hexagons. Except for, like, the missing ones. That's kind of gross looking. Come on. The door slides open with a pneumatic hiss. An enormous figure fills your vision. It stands motionless by a console in the corner of the room. Almost every inch of this thing is covered in dull steel and gleaming chrome. Its mechanical arms end in articulated hands that wouldn't look out of place in an industrial machine. Bulky, cumbersome things, designed for crushing power rather than finesse. Clutched in one of those crushing hands, a chain gun glints with sinister purpose. That shouldn't be possible. Nothing can be implanted with that much chrome and live. Yeah, Dietrich shakes his head. Yeah, this isn't right. Well, whatever it isn't moving. I think it's on standby. The lights are on, but nobody's home. The figure stands completely still, but its eyeless head fidgets in agitation. Something about it reminds you of a snake tasting the air. Off to one side, a screen of a control console glows cheerfully in the gloom. Yeah. MK6 Cyber Zombie Prototype Control Console. Let's activate the console. This MK6 prototype is an exclusive property of AG Chemi Europa. Unauthorized access is prohibited. To put this prototype in a demonstration mode, you may activate its systems from the following menu. Alternatively, the system can be directly piloted via a remote control rig. Press any key to continue. Input command. Let's look at the README. That's really what you should be doing. And let me do this. My cigarette keeps going out, which is annoying. MK6 prototype demonstration model. This MK6 prototype incorporates top-of-the-line cyberware from all AG Chemi Europa subsidiaries, including the Zeiss Dead Sight Laser Designator, BUT Heavy Arms Industries Powerlift Industrial Cyberarms, and the brand new Zeiss Sense Shell Cyber Skull. Where necessary, competitors' products have been incorporated onto the platform. Ares thermal plating, Universal Omnitech move-by-wire, etc. These systems should be considered placeholders for this proof-of-concept prototype. The biological component of the MK6 was selected for size and durability by General Genetics Worldwide. All autonomous functions necessary to maintain the biological component are original to the component itself and should self-regulate within operational limits. As a proof-of-concept demonstration model, the MK6 was designed for remote operation. A Zeiss eye-in-the-sky drone control system has been incorporated into the MK6 Cyber Skull. Comlink control is also possible for casual control, but product demonstration purposes use the drone control system as is advised. Armaments. The MK6 prototype comes equipped with an Ares Vanquisher vehicular rotary cannon to demonstrate the MK6 actuated strength and recoil suppression capabilities. The model is also equipped with a Global Polymers monofilament axe for demonstration purposes. This weapon has been designed with a heft well beyond the lifting capacity of any unaugmented metahuman. The MK6, of course, can swing it with ease. Long-term goals. In demonstrating the MK6 combat capabilities, it is this office's hope that the AG Chemi Europa's newly developed Formula 17 Cybermantic reagent will prove its value to the board of directors, both as an astonishing technical achievement and as a lucrative new revenue stream for the company. Albrecht Haushofer, Senior VP, Berlin Facility. Let's slave the zombie. You hit the activation control and the cyber zombie lurches to life. It takes a step forward and you can hear the whir of actuators calibrating to adjust to its weight. A few seconds later, the whirring sound dies down. It relaxes into a slight crouch. Activation complete. Follow protect protocol engaged. Await further instructions. So yes, now we have a new sort of party member. Uh-oh. Knight-errant Captain. The Knight-errant Captain makes half-step towards you, magnified by his masked speakers. His voice comes out like a roar of some great beast. Drop your weapons and step away from the prototype. Do it now. Attack. Cyber zombie, kill them all. Target spotted. Activating remote control rig. Yes. So, first things first. Dietrich. Give me a boost. And we gotta punch this guy to death. Nice. Good. Could have been better. Eiger. Sniper. Good. Override signal lost. Reverting to previous control structure. Alright, and... Good, almost dead. Alright, so... Okay, Conjurer, I don't really appreciate. Let's put you on big boy shots. You. And... Can't get down there and hit him. So let's do... Marked target, which is free, thankfully. Well, actually, let's go ahead and equip the axe. We have pommel strike, AP damage, Cleave, which is multi-hit. Thrust, plus 2 damage on base. Whoa. Pierces up to 2 armor, ignores weapons AP damage. And then basic melee attack. But let's go for AP damage on him. Oh, didn't actually take any AP. Looks like the mage bled to death. Fire elemental. Oh, Dietrich. Dietrich, come on. Yeah. Get down in the heavy cover. Iger. You get right there. Switch to your shotgun. And let's see. I don't have any grenades. Glory does have a flashbang. Oh, did you lose it? And let's take this guy out. I would have just gone over and done the kick. Ugh. But instead, and not doing any AP damage to him. Oh. Alright, first off, so I don't get hit. Good. Good. Captain is real hurt. Let's just use up your turn now. God damn, that hurts. Ugh, should have done the other one. Hopefully this doesn't hit the zombie. Didn't think so. Okay, good. Dietrich, do you have a med kit? You do not. At least you have that. Can't heal yourself. And Dietrich is not having a good day. Okay. Since we need it, let's have Glory use that on Dietrich. Good, he's full up. Anyone else really badly hurt? Nope, nobody's really that badly hurt. Anyway, let's just get out of here. I mean, that was probably it, right? Wondering why it was slowing up. Locked. Looks like security has control of the doors again. Well, this is going swimmingly. Alright, Dietrich, as usual, haste. And let's put Iger with the sniper right there, because that's full cover. Target spotted. Engage. There's the rigger. You get behind half cover. Switch to this. That wasn't the best. Why do I only have one? Alright. Actually, you know what? Yeah, get over here. Oh. That's a mage. Oh, conjurer. I love it they're willing to hit their prototype. Alright. No. There we go. Alright. And you can still fire, so... I need to switch off of that. I'm an idiot. Alright. There we go. You just get up here and slash him. Yeah, Dietrich, you really can't do anything at the moment. So let's put you here. I'm gonna need to take care of these mages. No. Don't buff your summons. Well, there is kind of a cheatery way to deal with conjurers in this one and in Hong Kong. Which I won't say it's cheatery, because it's technically completely valid to do it. But get this. See ya. Good. And back to regular. And then you, my beastly friend. Yeah, they're trying to protect the mage. Well, there goes that. Alright, how about... come up and smack the conjurer. There we go. I'll run around and punch her. Or kick both of them, that works too. Alright, Eigerdeer. Nice. Well, I guess you're just gonna reload. Let's see. 32% chance. How about you heal yourself? And let's just nerve bolt him. And miss. At least there's AP damage. Look. Someone wants a little revenge. Let's smack him down a little bit. Oh, I seem to be out of rabbit. Glory, hit him. And then big guy, just basic slash. There we go. Everybody's good? Yeah. This is where everything goes kind of sour. Now, basically we have to make it there. I believe this door stays locked. So it's best to come up here and then kind of sweep around these guys. Because if you come here, there's not a lot of good cover, or you have to stay behind here. So, spoiler alert. But in a moment, let's focus on bringing everybody up. Because Iger's a little slow. And let's bring you there. Put on your machine gun, or your chain gun. Put you on that. Okay. Let's bring everybody up and reload and everything. As silly as it is, I'll just keep you on Overwatch. Glory. Oh, you don't have Overwatch. Interesting. You just stick there for the moment. Let's just take some turns. Reloaded. Good. End turn. And Iger. Reload everything. Okay, good. This part kind of sucks, because there's no good way to get over there. Yeah, you can't do the door controls. Okay, security lockdown engaged. Okay, I don't have decking, so never mind. Never mind. You still have another turn for heal. Let's get you up and over there. Then I will go ahead and sit right here. Even though I'm spotted. Good. Oh. Let's put you right here. And you can see someone. Bring you up a little bit, and then we'll do this. Let's first do this. I'd rather glory be at like full glory. You really can't see anybody, so just get back here, and then you can start sniping. You can start sniping. Come on. No. God damn it. Get stupid big characters. Thank you. Pain in my asshole. Well, that's just not nice. Yeah, I figured Glory get hit by something. Oh, don't worry. Alright, so you. Okay. Can't really haste anybody. Alright. There we go. One problem solved. And we'll put you behind full cover. Oh, that's just mean. Can't really get up there. Wow, you did more damage to your own dude. Dum-dum. He's running. No. We'll just have Iger peck him off. I have to admit, aim shot is really not as good in this one as it is in the first one. I mean, aim shot is nice, but doesn't do the damage you'd really want it to do. There we go. That should be everybody here. Still have to walk up. But first things first, you reload. Get up here. We'll get behind him, and so we'll Glory, and Glory can heal herself. Use one of her med kits. And Dietrich, it really doesn't matter where you go. Alright, Glory. There we go. Now you're pretty much full. Iger. Reload, and then just come up to here. So this next part doesn't really have great cover either. Probably going to put Iger right here. But first we need to break in over here. Which, there's actually a really easy way to do this. You go right there. Dietrich, you stay safe back here. And just end it. Oh. Huh. That's not particularly great that I can't open that. Now, if you have rigging, you can go through here and essentially hit them by surprise. Let's just put you back on Overwatch, because I know at some point that door opens. And I'll just put myself on Overwatch. Sometimes you get randos that walk up. And Iger on Overwatch. Alright. We need some rabbiting. Glory, you use your adrenal pump. And then we're just going to put you back here. That's irritating. So yeah, look at the whole host of them. Alright. There's the rigger. Yeah, that makes myself quite a target. And I don't know if they're on Overwatch. Well, let's just go ahead and try it. At least get a punch out on them. Yep, it looks like they weren't even prepared for combat. Oof, that hurt. 14 damage is quite a lot for a mage. But then again, I really don't have much for magic protection stats. No, running away. I think not. Alright. Gloria, you have no grenades. So who is the worst? Grenadier, Enforcer, Guard, Captain. I may want to come in and hit him up. Oh, we can hit the mage, so... Good. You get right here, and can you hit... You can hit him. Only 13 damage, though. Weak sauce. Big guy, you come up here, and... Oh, that was... There's too much on screen for the engine to really handle it properly, so... It does that. Really long balling the shotgun to him. Really? You're gonna punch me? You wanna play a punchy game? Good, you're on regular slashes. You... Grenadier's gone. Alright. Set on yourself. And then... Yeah, just get yourself up to full. Because we're probably going to take a shit storm once this is done. Let's... Only 69% chance. Damn, not really hitting shit with that. 38% chance is really abysmal. 53, worth a try. Nice. Swing and a miss. Ugh. You little bastard. Well, you... Fuck. I didn't even realize there was another person there. Well, in that case, Oh, it's a sniper. I should probably deal with that. Yeah. Alright, Sniper Wars. Glory, get up close. Alright, you know what? Ugh. Abysmal damage. Nah, that's not gonna happen. You're the captain. No, you're the captain. Why are you telling people to go back? Let's hit you with that. 32 damages. I know. Yeah. I can't remember. No, it's 34 damage, dum-dum. Yep. There's quite a few people here. Someone once said, this party's getting crazy. Alright, first off, just trashed them. Alright, Iger, let's reload. %, crit is something I will take. Glory might want to get out of there. Yeah, they still have a mage. But let's just be ridiculous. Alright. You really can't do much, so let's just get you back here. That's a big, big circle over there. Actually, let's just get you right here. Oh, I'm surprised it didn't bleed to death. Really? Moving your mage? Mages are kind of like turrets. You have to, like, just set them somewhere and hope they can hit. That's usually the best plan of attack with them. Alright. Glory. That's the best she's gonna do. Okay, well, let's see. You can't do... What the fuck can you do? Let's see. I'm hit for 2. Glory's wounded 32. But I guess it was actually only 2 because... No, we're not doing that bad. Nice. 2 hit points left. That sucks. Well. Really? Have your sniper heal? Alright, well, first off, Glory, get this dickhead. Alright, who do we want to snipperoonie? Crit 0. Crit 59. Yeah, I'll take the crit 59. Good. Alright. Dietrich. Okay, now this is going to be kind of a pain. So switch to regular. And then we can go all Hatchet Man on this guy. And miss. I don't like armor damage, but... God damn, why? I guess they just don't calculate it right? Because that should be doing a... Like, the melee should be doing a whole fuck of a lot more damage. Summon a spirit on him. Yeah, there's no way to hit both. Yeah, not really surviving that one. That's everybody. I don't know why it zoomed in on Iger. Well, we're all pretty hurt, but what can I say? We kicked ass. I mean, seriously, I'd want to keep the Mark 6 as my own. I'd be like, yeah, I didn't find anything. This is just one of the shadow... Whoa. I guess it was saving. That was weird. You step into the garage. Prototype in tow. Herr Schmidt's van awaits. Decision time, boss. He shakes his head. Can't say that I like the idea of handing this thing over to Schmidt. Lord knows what he's going to do with it. Dietrich's right. We're not talking about a piece of merchandise. There's a living troll buried underneath all that chrome. It's your call, boss. Can't say I envy you the decision. As you approach the MK6, its head turns to track you. Its body is held at rigid attention. God, that's eerie. It's almost like it's waiting for something. Yeah, disable the control circuits. Alright, let's see what I can do. Gloria takes a moment to examine the protrusion at the base of the MK6's spine. Then she pops the case on the cyber zombie's control unit. Her sculpted fingers flicker and dance in the MK6 circuitry. A moment later, a strange shiver runs through its body. It stumbles forward, lurching awkwardly on its feet. A few seconds later, it seems to recover. It stares at its hands for a moment, then turns to face you. The MK6 speaks 2 words. Its voice is brittle as broken glass. Thank you. It slowly, mechanically, the cyber zombie reaches up to grip its head in both hands, and it squeezes. Caught in the vice-like grip of those heavy industrial cyber arms, the MK6's cyber skull might as well be made of tinfoil. The air fills with the tortured sound of tearing plastic and buckling steel. The MK6 gives a final heave, and its armored skull crumples up like a paper cup. Its body goes slack, and it topples to the ground, dead. Yeah, there's no way to save him. Gloria looks into your eyes, and you can see a flicker of warmth. That was the right choice, Neckpuncher. He clearly wanted to die. Dietrich puts hands on her shoulder. Let's load the body into van, Glory love. Herr Schmidt won't be happy, but hell with him. He never said that the MK6 had to be returned alive. Yeah, if You help the Wellen Shockreiter or whatever. They normally have a second van that's here. So, then you get the option of loading it into one or the other. In transit. Your subway car is empty on the return trip to the Kreitz Bazaar. This stretch of sprawling U-Bahn tunnel system doesn't see much use, it seems. At least not at this hour. As the train rattles on, you find yourself lost in thought. Old memories creep, unbidden, to the forefront of your mind. Memories of Monica in the old days, and the crew you used to run with. Memories of success and failure, of wealth and poverty, of good times and bad. Halfway back to the Kreutz Bazaar, you are jolted out of your reverie by a buzzing sound. Your comlink. You're receiving a call. Your comlink buzzes. A quick glance at the screen tells you that Amsel is on the line. You pick up, and a voice fills your ear. Neck puncher? I trust that I'm catching you at a good time. Yeah, I'm on the train back to the Kreutz Bazaar. Good. I have news. In your absence, I've made contact with another prospective client, a rather elusive woman of Atslaner descent. She calls herself Frau Muller. She would not like to discuss the specific of the job with me, but she did tell me that she was offering for the work. What? Oh, what she was offering for the work. 36,000 new yen, an impressive enough sum to justify a consultation. When does she want to meet? In a half an hour. If you're on the train back to the Kreutz Bazaar now, you should make it with time to spare. I insisted that if a meeting were to take place, it would have to be at the location of your choosing. Frau Muller has agreed to this. Where should I tell you to meet her? Yeah, let's meet her at the cafe. Noted. I will set up the meet. Neck puncher, there's one other thing you should... Your comlink cuts the static. A moment later, the lights in the U-Bahn car flicker and wink out. You hear the screeching sound of steel on steel, and the train grinds to a halt. Hopefully nothing bad happens. Looks like the whole station lost its power. Hey, stuff. A fuse. Looks like some squatters are living in this station. Tunnels collapse. Not getting out this way. Medkit. But everyone should be in perfect health. Also, still don't have any karma. It's a fuse box. Nothing looks out of order. Add the extra fuse to bathroom. You place the fuse in the socket to bathroom. The status light next to track remains red. We still have other things to explore. Like this. It looks like the console could extend the nearby bridge to cross the tracks, but with a power out, the entire thing is non-functional. Okay, I guess. Be that way. Status light next to track remains red. The lights, I like how it says the lights come on, but the lights don't even come on. But this should allow this to work. Eh. The hell? Okay. That's weird. That was really weird. I did the swap fuse, but it looks like the console can extend the nearby bridge to cross the tracks. Extendo the bridge-o. The mechanical bridge smoothly slides out and spans over the gap in the tracks. It's so dark in this maintenance area that you can barely see your hand in front of your face. Boy, I hope nobody ambushes me. That's them. Open fire. Target acquired. Well, it's not going to go particularly well for you guys. So we got a mercenary. Whoa. Mercenary enforcer and mercenary captain. Alright. Well. Unbalanced. And AP down. Really love the music in this game. This is an exceptional one. It's like pissant mercenaries. One down. Doesn't say his hit points. Ugh. You sneaky little fuck. Good night. Cryptid PDA. Alright. Heal thyself. Get over here. Tiger, you get right there. Wow, way to hit your own peeps. Really? Did I just say peeps? Ugh. Nice. Would get over there and hit him, but let's... Good. Nothing quite like absolutely paralyzing people. Can't really hit anybody. Shotgun's not reloaded. So I'll put you up here. And of course you get nailed right out of the bat. Right out of the gate. Good, unbalanced. You know, sometimes glory with that wonderful pistol can actually do some. Alright, this door is stuck shut. Now, I've never been able to open this, so I have no idea what's back here. You shoulder check the door and the crack of splintering plastic fills your ears. The door pops open. Is there just loot? Military spec grenade. It's kind of nice. Anything else? No? Nothing? I don't think there's anything else in here. Because this door, I think, is just null. And the generator back there is just a generator. Okay, people. Get off the bridge before I set it. Yeah, so that way the next train doesn't crash. The Kreuz Bazaar. The rest of your trip home is uneventful. But one thing is clear. Someone is hunting you. This ambush was no chance gang warfare, but an organized attempt on your life. If Green Winters was right, then whoever killed him is now after you. The PDA that you retrieved from your attackers may hold some answers. It's time to return to your safe house and consult Paul Amsel. Yeah, whoops. Did we make a mistake? Not really. And let me just do one thing, and then we'll be hunky-dory. Okay. Karma gain 10. I wonder if recording has something to do with it being really oddly latent. I do kind of want shred armor. Yeah. Gain a defense bonus to all non-magical range attacks made at close range. Let's do that. And then we'll have rip armor. Strips 2 armors from the target, does +1 AP damage on to hit, minus 5%, and cooldown 2. Everybody should be able to level now. Yes. Alright, so flashbang is what I want, because a frag grenade is like, it's extra damage, but this, it essentially nulls somebody for a round, which is too good. Dietrich, fire elementals are kind of garbage. I mean, they do good damage and they can do area, so I'd rather do earth. Glory. Yeah, I think I want, like, an upgraded medkit is nice, but this for later missions will be much better. And Blitz, let's upgrade this, because the eye is nice. It gives him 6%, but this submachine gun gives him more overall. Confirm. Now, first thing we're going to do, how's my money? Good, 5,000. 5,000 is good. Let's sell any garbage to Zach Flash. There's a way you can call him out if you're an elf, but I'm not going to do that. Here, have some jazz. I think I can give this to... Iger. Because it's actually better than her current shotgun. You can also buy magic for Dietrich. It's a pain in the ass, but it's worth it. See if you got any new cyberware. The cardium is not that good. Laser designator is okay. Not the greatest. I mean, it does the same thing as the MK6's mark target, except I think it costs 1 to do. Strength +1 and +5 hit points is pretty nice. And I can get it twice. I mean, I'm kind of tempted to do that, but I know that there's better cyberware later. Also, while we're at it, let's see. Okay, I have 2 of those and 1 more advanced med kit. And you don't have the better med kits yet, so let's just buy those 3. 3 is all we should need, and I'm going to hold on to that in case I need to use it. Yeah, unfortunately, we haven't gotten any, because there is a cyberware we can get that's really good. But that's much later. Also, I don't think there's anybody we can talk to just yet. Oh, hold on. Hello, Jessica Pika Hart. Sorry, for some reason YouTube decided to block your channel, or block your comment, because YouTube is being totalitarian. Even though I've put the settings almost all the way down. And thank you for the sub. It's always nice. Alright, well, I guess my contact isn't here. I think we have to talk to Paul first. What are you doing, troll? Yeah. There's nothing even remotely offensive about your comment, but YouTube said it was holding it. Let's test talking. Okay, train. Jesus. One look at Blitz's face is enough to tell you that something is gnawing at him. He stands beside his table, playing with a coffee spoon. Hoy, neck puncher. What do you need? What's going on, Blitz? Well, Chief, I hate to admit it, but there might be a little trouble here. You don't say. There's an awkward pause, then Blitz plows on ahead. Well, you remember those creditors I told you about? The one who loaned me all that money? Yes. Yeah, well, it turns out some of them are a little less forgiving than I thought they were. Keep talking. Well, one in particular seems to have taken things kinda personally. Get to the point, man. Are you in danger? Yeah, Chief. I mean, kind of. I think so. He averts his eyes. I, got a package in the mail, and it had somebody's thumbs in it. Thumbs? Yeah, thumbs. They came in a cigar box packed in salt. I have no idea who they belong to. I'm pretty sure they're meant to convey some sort of message. Really? You think so? He nods gravely. Yeah, I'm almost certain of it. Okay, if someone mails you thumbs, you're going to be a little bit more cautious. I don't want to lose my thumbs, Chief. I like my thumbs. I think I need to pay this guy back. Luckily, I've got a plan, and I know how to get myself out of hot water with Meat Grinder. I've got it all specced out. Let me get this straight. You took a loan from somebody named Meat Grinder? Hey, Chief, come on. I feel bad enough about this already. There's no need to rub it in. Well, you have plenty of salt in that box. I could rub that in. Anyway, like I was saying, I might make it all right again, but I'll need your help to do it. Ah, Girl Answer 3, that was great. I'm listening. Well, there's this group out in Dragonfall. They call themselves the Landenberg Ring. They've got a financial crime organization, and there's a lot of bad blood between them and Meat Grinder's operation. Anyway, back when I was running with the Schwartz Herson, I laid the groundwork for a hit on the Landberg Ring. I was able to make good on it, though. For some reason, none of the other gangers ever volunteered to help out. With your help, I could steal enough money from them to cover my debt and get myself back into Meat Grinder's good graces in the process. So what do you think? A quick run, just you and me? You and me, with me in the Matrix and you as my man on the ground? We hit them, satisfy my debt, and laugh about it on our way back home. Sound like a plan? Yeah, I might be interested, depending on my cut of the profits, that is. Chief, there won't be any profits, at least not for us. The money that we suck out of the place has to go to Grinder. All of it. Find another partner. Nothing personal. I don't stick my neck out unless I'm getting paid. Oh, come on, Chief. I've never stuck my neck out for you. As if I've never stuck my neck out for you. No, you haven't. Hell, that's all I've been doing ever since I got here, and this is the thanks I get? Alright, calm down. If this will get Meat Grinder off your back, I'll help you with it. Alright, thanks, Chief. And yeah, you're right. I do. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got some last minute stuff to take care of before we get started. Null sweat. Meet you at the U-Bahn? No, not as much, Chief. I won't be physically going to Dragonfall. I've seen enough of that place for one lifetime. I'll be jacking in from a terminal that I set up here in the Kreuzbazaar. Okay. Yeah, I'll send you a comment when I get there. Sounds good, Chief. Thanks again. You fucking blitz. Yeah, Shadowrun Dragonfall is great. So let's talk to Paul. Paul Amsel calls you over his shoulder at the sound of your approach. His eyes are glued to his computer display. Neck puncher. Frau Muller should be on her way, but before you go to the meeting site, I have news. He glances at you and his words trail off. Upon seeing the expression on your face, Amsel's voice becomes grave. It can wait. Tell me what has happened. Nothing much. Got attacked by a bunch of idiots who didn't know that who they were messing with. They lost. I see. And these idiots, did they drop anything that could be of use? Any identifying information? Hand over the encrypted PDA. One of them dropped this. Amsel takes the PDA from you and examines it. Yes, yes. I should be able to extract some information from this. Give me a moment. He plugs the PDA into the computer and goes to work. A few moments later, he lets out a grunt of dismay. Well, neck puncher, I was able to recover a file, but unfortunately that's all I'll ever be able to pull off of this thing. All that anyone will, truth be told. It must have been running some kind of counter-intrusion software. The instant that I gained access, it bricked itself. Amsel disconnects the useless PDA and drops it to the ground. It clatters to a rest on the metal floor. Damn it, we're in enough trouble already. We can't afford to lose what few leads we have. No, we can't. But as I said, I did manage to copy a file, so it's not a complete loss. It looks like a COM file. The audio is still all here, but we've only got video from one side of the conversation. He opens the file, and a nightmarishly familiar face appears on the screen. Bachmeyer! The voice bleats out from Ansel's speaker, filling the room. Audrin here. What's your status? Bachmeyer's image is garbled, but his voice sounds young and eager. Target acquired, sir. You were right. We spotted him on the U-Bahn, just like you said. Probably on his way to a job. As per your instructions, we're going to try to take him out on his way back. He'll be more vulnerable that way. Hopefully injured and low on ammo, too. But only time will tell. Good man. Proceed as instructed.
Will do. Kosman is rigging up the ambush spot now. We'll try to make it quick.
The orc with the nightmare face nods. Send me a comm when the job is done. Audrin out. The image on your computer screen dies. Amsel turns to face you. Well, our scarred friend makes an appearance. Neckpuncher, I suspect that Green Winter's predictions are coming true. I believe that Führerschwing is behind this. Under Amsel's patient exterior, you can feel the worry that's eating at him. Be on your guard, you and the rest of your team. You made it through this attack relatively unscathed, but next time, you might not be so lucky. Oh. We'll be fine. I carried us through this attack, I'll carry us through the next. Your overconfidence is alarming, but not unexpected. I just hope that it doesn't wind up getting your team killed. I said I'll be fine. Now, you said you had something for me when I first came in. What was that about? Well, as I was saying when you first approached, I was unable to uncover new evidence. Or I was able... Jeez, what's with me doing the negatives instead? To uncover some new evidence in your absence. Coincidentally enough, that evidence pertains to our scarred friend. You might recall what I said I'd dig into Aldrin's skin grafts. Well, I did, and the search has finally borne fruit. One of my contacts outside Berlin handles the paperwork for private hospitals all across Germany. It's a dull, boring job, but it does have its perks. Amsel opens a file on his computer. A medical chart opens on the screen. As it turns out, our scarred friend's skin grafts were performed at a legitimate hospital after all. What's the takeaway? The charts are light on identifying information. Our friend's name is listed as Max Mustermann, the local equivalent of John Doe. They do cover his injuries in great detail. Aldrin's injuries were extensive. He had 2 broken ribs and a shattered pelvis. He had sustained third-degree burns over 60% of his body. Most damningly of all, he suffered from acute radiation poisoning. His body had absorbed over 5,000 millisieverts of ionizing radiation, a lethal dose without treatment. The information dries up at this point. We know that he was treated and discharged, and what happened afterwards remains a mystery. He pauses for a moment, studying your reaction. Your thoughts? Hold nothing back. I'd like to hear everything that comes to mind. Yeah, those burns sound like Dragonfire. But if the Firewing burned Audrin, why would he be working for her now? I don't think that Audrin is working for Firewing. I believe that he is serving her. On Green Winter's second DVD, he mentions that a cult within the Sox, technically SOX, that worships the Firewing, the Disciples of Cleaning Fire. I believe that Audrin belongs to this cult. It's bad news. Nothing more dangerous than a zealot. My thoughts exactly. A hireling can sometimes be bribed or reasoned with. A pawn can be liberated. But if Firewing's soldiers look upon her as a goddess figure, nothing short of killing her will deter them, and even that might not stop them. So, it is possible that Audrin is a dragon cultist. This seems to fit much of the other information we've uncovered. Did any other red flags jump out at you? Audrin might have spent some time in the SOX. The radiation poisoning didn't happen on its own. Agreed. 5,000 millisieverts is a lot of exposure. Short basking in the glow of an unshielded reactor. I don't know how he would absorb that much ionizing radiation without spending time in the SOX. Alright, so Audrin was heavily irradiated, most likely from time spent in the SOX. What else does this tell you? The hospital couldn't ID Audrin. Either somebody covered his tracks, or he was living completely off the grid. Indeed, if Audrin were a denizen of the SOX, a glowpunk, his lack of identifying information would make sense. Amsel adjusts his glasses. It's a working theory at any rate. So to sum up, Audrin has probably spent time in the SOX. It's possible that he lived there as a member of Führerschwing's dragon cult, and he is after you. Amsel pauses for a moment before continuing. In my mind, all of this reinforces one fact. We need to find Vauclair, and we need to do it fast.
All the hell with that. I'm gonna go find Aldrin and take him down. If he should wander into your crosshairs between now and our attack on Führerschwing, then by all means take him out. But I don't think you're likely to get the opportunity. It's far more likely that he'll continue throwing his men at you until one of them scores a lucky shot. We need to continue forward with our plan to hit Harfeld Manor, taking down the Fire Wing and her lapdog. Is the only way to guarantee that these attacks will cease. But before we do that, it is imperative we find Vauclair. And all the more reason to gather Alice's feet quickly, then. Agreed. There's a buzzing sound from Paul's wrist. He lifts his hand to look at his PDA. And, as well as luck would have it, Frau Muller has arrived. Best of luck regarding the meeting, Neckpuncher. Remember, this is urgent. We need that money. I'm on it. So basically we have to do this job. And then, let's talk to Dante. Then we have to go do Blitz's job. You look down to see a pair of bright eyes set into a scruffy face looking back up at you. Dante, Monica's old dog. Let's give him the pets. Oof. Alright, Dietrich. Hey, boss. Dietrich gives you a slight nod. What can I do for you? Any thoughts on that last run you'd like to share? There was nothing about that run that didn't disgust me. What they did to that troll. He shudders. It wasn't right, boss, on any level. Yes, Dante is adorbs. I don't care what anyone else tells you. You listen to me, Neckpuncher. What you did killing that thing, it was the right call. Yeah, it cost us some new yen, but letting that thing live would have been a travesty. How you holding up? You seem to take Monica's death harder than the others did. Dietrich shakes his head, a wistful expression on his face. Nah, no harder. I'm less buttoned up than the others are. Girl never let herself show any weakness, and Glory, well, she's too full of chrome to feel much of anything. He shrugs. Me? I don't give a damn. I've spent too much life putting on a show for others already. What do you mean by that? I used to front a punk band, way back when, believe it or not. I've spent a pretty good chunk of my life on stage. Whenever we weren't playing, I was living up to our fans' expectations. Spouting off, getting into fights, getting drunk, getting laid. Not a bad life, all things considered. How did you ever go from fronting a band to running the Shadows? It wasn't as big a leap as you think. I already had a healthy disrespect for authority, and I had the magic to back it up. One nice thing about shamanism is as long as you keep your idol happy, it doesn't matter what else you do. The Dragon Slayer chose me as his servant, and as long as I was scrapping with someone bigger than me, he didn't care much whether I did it on stage or in the shadows. Tell me about the Dragon Slayer. He shrugs. Not much to tell. He chose me when I was a kid. I could always feel him in my heart, goading me to laugh louder, hit harder, and get rattier than the rest. Of course, my family didn't understand, but hell with him, I thought. I knew that I was destined for greater things. So I listened to him, and I cracked skulls of a lot of bad people. He saw this and was pleased, and rewarded me with magic, and I used the magic to crack bigger, thicker skulls, and so on. He shrugs. It's a simple life, but a good one. Wait a second, you can sing? He regards you with a critical eye. I was the front man for a punk band, boss. Fuck no, I can't sing. He grins, but I wasn't half bad at riling up a crowd. What is your band called? Maybe I've heard of it. Oh, I doubt it, boss. We never really got any airplay. Yeah, since when did airplay have anything to do with good music? Most of the music I like will never get played on a radio, let alone radio at this point is pretty much dead. Fair point, boss. Alright, I'll tell you. The band was called Messerkampf, spelled just like it sounds, in big capital letters with an exclamation point. We weren't a big act or anything. We sold a few records here and there, toured around Europe. Same story you'll hear from a bunch of other washed-up old relics, I'm sure. We had a decent following in England, and we holed up in London from 31 to 36. Most of our time slumming it around the East End. Picked up enough Cockney to irritate the folks back home. He shakes his head. Truth be told, that whole chapter of my life is a bit of a blur. We didn't do it for the fans or the fame, and we sure as shit didn't care about the money. All that mattered to us was staying young and drunk and angry. He takes a moment to examine his gnarled hands, a sad smile on his face. He managed a second to. Good God, where's the time gone? Dietrich shakes himself from his reverie and looks back up at you. That familiar easy grin returns to his face. Well, anyway, boss, everything ends eventually. And I washed my hands of all that years ago, so let's change the subject if you don't mind. See you later, Dietrich. He nods at you. Take it easy, boss. His story always reminds me of Angry, Young, and Poor. Let's go, doggo. Which was a punk store. I think it's still there in Lancaster, PA. It used to be like the thing. Now it's like, that place is so mainstream. But let's talk to Glory once I take a sip. For the first time since you met her, Glory's expression seems to brighten. It's subtle, but it's there. You're sure of it. Neck Puncher, a pleasure as always. Anything you need anything from me? Let's see. Yeah, if you pet the dog will follow you. It actually, if you at least pay some attention to him, it actually has an effect later in the game. Any thoughts on the last run? A tinge of red crawls up Glory's neck. Neck Puncher, look at me. She extends her sculpted metal arms. Chrome glints in the flickering light. I'm not far from being what that poor troll was, when I think of what they did to him. She looks you in the eye. Her expression remains neutral, but that slight blush has spread from her neck to her cheeks. It wasn't right, and you did the only thing you could to make it better. You knew that it would cost you, and you did it anyway, because it was right. I won't forget that, Neck Puncher. Not ever. If I didn't know any better, I'd think you were warming up to me. She studies your face for a moment before responding. I suppose you might say that. I don't talk to many people, Neck Puncher. It just doesn't seem worth the effort. I don't really feel much anymore. Not since. She caresses the chrome of her forearm with a hand made of articulated steel. This. That's true. Why are you still talking to me? I suppose because you've shown an interest. Because you haven't let me push you away. She locks eyes with you. Her expression is blank. I don't want to mislead you, Neck Puncher. I don't feel anything. Not warmth, or friendship, or even trust. Now, this is one of those things that I'm really glad that they added into this. Because when you start losing your essence, when you turn parts of your body into machine, you essentially become robotic at a point. You lose emotions, feeling, your mind-body connection gets all screwed up. You can't cast magic. Basically, it screws you up really bad, but you get to be superhuman. So, I mean, really, it's a give and take. But I can appreciate the effort you're making. It's something new, and it's worthy of exploring. I just wanted to hear the sound of your voice. Take it easy. Are you ready to tell me about the chrome you're sporting? I'm getting there, Neck Puncher, but you'll have to give me some time. The answers come when they do. You said things went bad when you turned 14? Let's see if she keeps talking. She stares at you, her face expressionless. No, I'd rather not. Why not? Because I don't see a reason to. The memories are unpleasant, and dredging them up doesn't serve any real purpose. Yeah, you're wrong about that. Last time we talked had an impact on you. That's reason enough to continue. She pauses, a moment to reconsider your words, a troubled look on her face. Yeah, but I think, truthfully, being super strong or having the ability to access the internet with your brain or to do other things like that is kind of neat. But, yeah, losing everything if you go too far is a little much. It's not like you do one thing and it makes a huge difference. It's like if you got arms and a data jack and legs, you would basically be like barely a person at that point. So, and I guess it makes sense. I suppose that's true. Feeling discomfort is better than feeling nothing at all. Nothing at all. All right, here's the deal, Neckpuncher. I'm going to talk, you listen. When I'm done, I'm done. No complaints, no arguments. And we'll see what happens. Deal? Deal. Right. The 1,000-meter stare creeps back into Glory's eyes. A moment later, she's locked away in her own head again, reliving memories that she's long since filed away. So a few days after my 14th birthday, I began to express, magically. Go on. There's another long pause. Glory becomes more animated. Anyway, I turned 14. I awakened. I don't even remember how my parents found out about it anymore. I think that my dad caught me playing with a tiny city spirit that I coaxed out of a pile of garbage. Something like that. With everything that happened afterwards, those days were kind of a blur. What do I remember? What I do remember is my father's response to the revelation that his little girl was a witch, a hexa. He beat the living shit out of me with his fists, then his belt, then a claw hammer that he grabbed out of his toolbox. All the while, my mother was screaming and flailing at him. She took a couple of licks with the hammer, too. Magical racism at its finest. I'd very much like to murder your father. It's a common sentiment, believe me, but I appreciate the thought. So finally, after what felt like an hour, Dad stopped tuning me up with his hammer. I had broken ribs, a busted arm, I couldn't see out of my left eye, and my entire right side was covered with one giant bruise. I was bleeding all over the place, making a real mess of the carpet. The old bastard spat on me, his bleeding, crying daughter. He spat on me and told me that I was de Teufelshure, the devil's whore. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, I don't speak German. Then he kicked me out of his house. As I was crawling away, my father told me that he, or if any of his Kreuzreiter brothers saw me again, they'd treat me as the Berlin chapter treats the enemies of God. If you're not familiar with how Kreuzritters here in Berlin deal with heretics, it's decidedly less pretty than what my dad and his buddies did to their victims. I got the hint. The next morning I hitched a ride out of the Stuttgart. See? You were a human girl, presumably with an ID. Why didn't you go to the hospital? Oh, I did, but not in Stuttgart. If I had gone to a local hospital with the kind of injuries that Dad gave me, there'd be questions, and I couldn't afford to stay in town any longer than I had to. Even if my dad wound up getting arrested for beating me, the rest of his local Kreuzreiters would have found me, and I wound up skinned alive and thrown into the Neckar. I wound up in Tübingen. Yeah, Tübingen? I don't know. German words are strange. I figured it'd be safe enough place to find medical attention and maybe call home. It's not far from Stuttgart, but it has a huge student community that I figured I could blend into, and the university there has a decent magic department. My ride dropped me off at the university hospital, and they patched me up pretty good. I had some questions for me about how I got so beaten up, but I lied and told them that I had been mugged, which played nicely into my complete lack of cash, credit, and identification. Glory pauses for a moment, looks down at the floor, then fixes her eyes on you. She is visibly tense. We're gonna fast forward through the next few years. I was a kid on the street. I got by best I could, doing whatever I had to do. The rest you can leave up to your imagination? Good. I'm just gonna say good. All the other reactions are fine. Good. Glory's clenched jaw relaxes somewhat, and the tension drains out of her shoulders. Thanks. So anyway, I lived on the street for a few years. Got used to being hungry all the time. Got used to getting rained on. Got by. I was painfully aware that I had magical talents, but without any kind of training or guidance, I really didn't know how to use or develop them. Truth be told, they scared me, so I more or less ignored them. So it just sort of went like that, until a few days after my 17th birthday. Then I met Marta, and everything changed. Marta was a sweet girl. At first I took her for a street kid like me. Her clothes were a little ratty, and she seemed comfortable being near me. But she also looked well-fed and happy, and those were two things I hadn't been in years. We started hanging out, and before I knew what was happening, I was in love. There was a genuine attraction between Marta and me, I think. But I also think a lot of my affection for her came from the fact that I was the first person in years to give a damn about me. She cared, and I loved her for that. Glory pauses, looks flustered, her composure cracked. Keep going. She stares at you for a beat, then nods. A few ragged breaths later, she continues. Marta told me about a place where she'd been hanging out. She invited me to join her there. It was a place called Führerstelle, the fireplace. It was sort of a commune for dispossessed youth. It turns out that there were a lot of the street kids I'd known over the years had moved there. The way that they disappeared, I assumed that they had been kidnapped or killed, or had gone back to their parents. But there they were. I remember being angry about it. Like, how did everybody get the memo about this but me? Marta calmed me down. She was good at helping me work through my feelings, and I wound up following her to Führerstelle. Okay, neighbor's dog, please stop barking. To a street kid, it was basically paradise. The owner, a guy named Harrow, had set up this little farm just outside of Tübingen on the Schönbusch forest. The Schönbusch is officially a nature park, but not many people go there nowadays. Too much fear of paranormal animals, I guess. Anyway, park or not, it was plenty big enough for us to hide in. It was also safe and pretty. The farm was well stocked with food. Most importantly, Führerstelle gave us a sense of community and stability that we've never had on the street, and we loved Harrow for that. He became like a surrogate father to us. Glory paused again. You recognize a distinctive flush in her cheeks. She seems to have come out of her reverie once again. That's enough for now. I need to process all this, and I don't want to continue forward until I've had the chance to do that. I know that all this happened years ago, but I guess it's still pretty raw to me. I'm going to ask you to give me some space for a while. She turns away, and the frost begins to creep back into her voice. We can pick it back up later. So yes, that's part 2 of Glory's backstory. Sucks to be a mage in a magic world, surrounded by people that don't want it. Iger offers you a shallow nod. Neck puncher? Any thoughts on that last run? I'm not gonna lie, neck puncher. This one's gonna stick with me for a while. What they did to that troll was sick. It's probably gonna surprise you, but I'm just happy the MK6 is dead. Yeah, Herr Schmidt was pissed. But sure, our reputation got dinged. Neither of those are good things. But I'll take them over being a part of what they were doing to that troll anyway. Walking out of a run with a clean conscience is a rare pleasure. Savor it while you can. Do you trust me? She pauses for a moment, considering. Finally, she nods. Yeah, I do. You've earned that much. I haven't always agreed with your decisions, Neckpuncher, but you've proven your competence. It's only fair for me to acknowledge that. Tell me what happened to your team. This again? Why do you even care, Neckpuncher? Does it matter? I'm your team leader, and I'm asking you a question, and I'd like you to answer it. She nods slowly. All right, I'll tell you. I suppose you deserve to know. What happened to us was Hoffman. He was a rookie, the kid of some big-money corporate execs. He looked good on paper, and he made it through the KSK training, so he was technically qualified to join a team, but he was way too green to fit in with ours. Still, he wanted to be a hero, and his family had enough clout to get him an assignment of his choosing. I don't know how many strings Hoffman's daddy had to pull to get him assigned to our team, but he pulled them. Hoffman became our 9th squad mate despite Metzger's objections. Ugh, Metzger is a terrible name. Anyway, flash forward a few weeks. We were closing in on one of the Russian mob's major trafficking operations. They'd been using a series of warehouses 50 miles from the border as a staging area for their convoys. Women and girls from Eastern Europe were being housed there. When the convoys came, they'd be crammed into cargo containers and hauled across the border into Germany. Go to any brothel along the border and have a look around. Chances are you'll find at least a few girls who spent some time in those warehouses. Slovakians, Hungarians, Poles, you name it. The mob has been smuggling them over for decades. But we were in a position to derail their operation, and we weren't going to let our new addition slow us down. We hit them by surprise. We hit them hard. Fisher and Braun managed to take down the Banshee that they had patrolling the site. Wolf had reconnaissance drones overhead, providing battle tac feeds to the rest of us. We picked off their gunmen one by one. They had numbers on us, but they didn't know where to hit us. We had eyes in the sky. We had cover and concealment. Every time they thought they had a fix on us, we'd shift positions and hit them again. They might as well have been fighting ghosts. Then Hoffman broke cover and gave away our position. After that, all hell broke loose. Wolf went down. The sound of it will haunt me for the rest of my days. An explosion, choked scream, and then this long, drawn-out gurgling sound. When he died, his drones went down with him, and there were too many hospitals to track without him. I'll spare you the gory detail, Neckpuncher. Suffice it to say that my team was wiped out. Iger's face clouds again. You can see her tears beginning to well in her eyes. I watched Metzger die. With visible effort, she clamps down on her emotions and calms herself, then speaks again. Her voice is flat. I took 3 rounds myself. Had to drag myself across the Oder-Neisse line into Germany. I almost died. So that's the story. My KSK career died with the rest of the team. Our mission was illegal after all, off the books. There was no going back for me, so I wound up here. She looked you in the eye. Her tone is impassive. Did that tell you everything you wanted to know, fearless leader? Are you satisfied now? Yes, thank you, Iger. So tell me, what's your takeaway from my tale of woe? I figure you gotta have one. It doesn't matter what I think, what you think, and how you act on it. That's what's important. She pauses to consider. Normally I'd consider that a cop-out answer, but I guess there's some truth to it. In any case, you don't need to worry about me, fearless leader. My baggage isn't going to hurt my job performance or anything. You might be thinking that I judged you too harshly in the beginning because of Hoffman. You'd be right on that count. I probably did. But everything else that I said after Monica died was justified, whether you want to believe it or not. Giving you command of this team was a hasty decision made for the wrong reasons, and I stand by that assessment. But between then and now, I've been watching you like a hawk, and you've grown, Neckpuncher. You weren't the right choice to lead before. I still believe that, but you are now. Thanks, Iger. Good talk. She nods. Until next time. That's as close as you're going to get to a compliment with Iger. Alright, doggo, let's go. Now, I'm going to do a quick save because I don't know if this will fail the other mission, because you can fail missions. Let's save over this one. Because everything is going smooth. Because I think I can handle Blitz's mission. Dante, you stay here. Okay.
So I can't. I have no choice. Well, that's good. Maybe it's a later mission you can fail by doing that? Now after that, like, 30 pages of dialogue, I'm like, raw. Let's talk to Frau Muller. As you press your way forward through the cozy, smoke-filled confines of Cafe Shiva, you catch sight of Frau Muller. She appears as Amsel described her, an impressive-looking woman of Aztlaner descent. The coffee-colored skin and dark wavy hair, everything from about her screams corporate executive, from her expensive-looking suit to her tastefully understated makeup. She's obviously nervous, but she's hiding it well. She locks eyes with you and hesitates only slightly before speaking. Neck puncher, I presume? Herr Amsel told me that I could meet you here. He wasn't lying. He said you had a job for me. She holds her silence for a moment, then nods. Yes, I do. In truth, I'm in desperate need of your help. Tell me what you need, Frau Muller. She offers you a smile. An assumed name, obviously. But I have been told that this is how people do business. She straightens in her seat and tries on a smile. It hangs there for a second, then fades away. She sighs. From my accent, no doubt you've inferred that I'm an Aztlaner. Further, you may have guessed who I work for. Yeah, I think Aztlaner is like a South American accent. Because that would be all the South American Union, I want to say. You tell me, I'm not in the business of guessing. As Technology, the only Aztlan-based corporation operating in Germany. I've been with the company for over a decade. Over the course of my employment, I've worked on a great many projects, from the innocuous to the obscene. My hands have touched it all. Never once did I question the wisdom of our research. Never once did I consider blowing the whistle on my employers. I kept my nose down, worked hard, and excelled at the tasks set before me. They must love you there. No more than any other employee, but my commitment and work ethic were recognized, and I ascended the corporate ladder fairly quickly, which brings me to where I am today. Last month, I was transferred here from my home in, oh my god, Tenochtitlan. It's Tenochtitlan. I really don't prefer Aztec words. They're at least the anglicized version of them, because they don't look at all like they sound, which is awful. It's like Welsh. They told me that an employee of my caliber was needed in Berlin, and that I would be working on a project with wide-reaching applications. The only other detail that I was given in the name of this project, Bloodline. Catchy. She looks you in the eye. For the first time, you can see the cracks in her composure. She's doing a good job of hiding it, but deep down, this woman is terrified. I've seen many terrible things in my life, Neckpuncher. In Tenochtitlan, blood magic is commonplace. Take a moment to imagine what that means. In the underground markets, people are bought and sold as chattel. Street children are rounded up and bled like lambs. I witnessed all of these things by the age of 12. She takes a deep breath and lets it out slowly. Seeing such things, it changes you. It makes you numb. But from what I found when I arrived here was worse. This project, it horrifies me, Neckpuncher, and it must be stopped. Tell me everything you know about Bloodline. She shakes her head. The less you know, the better, for both of us. You just have to trust me on that. You need to know that it is evil, and is not a word I use lightly. If you won't tell me what this bloodline is, how do you expect me to stop it? Simple. She leans in and looks you in the eye. I want you to bring the building down. The computers, the research data, the mages, and the scientists that are working to bring about this abomination. I want all of them burned to ash and buried in rubble. No compromises, no exceptions. Her tone softens.
I'm sure that you have unanswered questions. I'm not in the habit of dealing with Shadowrunners. In truth, I've spent the majority of my career living in fear of you people. But I do know that you're one of the only ones who can get this done. So tell me, Neck Puncher, is there anything more that you need to hear from me, or are you ready to make a decision? I'm not a demolition expert. How do you expect me to level a building? You don't need to be. All you need is a competent decker. The facility is powered by a number of on-site generators. There are safeguards in place to prevent them from overloading. In the event of a power spike, the system is designed to shut itself down. But I know how you can disable those safeguards. Once the generators begin to overload, you'll have a limited time to reach a safe distance. The explosion will be quite catastrophic. What can you tell me about building security? Expect it to be tight. In addition to their standard security team, As Technology has taken out a Knight-Errant threat response team contract to protect the building. Corporate doesn't seem to mind contracting a competitor for emergency response services. That should give you some indication of the uniqueness of this project. At any rate, I believe you'll come up with a solution to the Knight-Errant problem. I'll discuss the matter with your Herr Emsel if you decide to take the job. I've reached a decision. Yes, and? I'll take the job. Her face visibly brightens. In that case, it's a deal. I can't tell you how relieved I am, Neck Puncher. Thank you for helping me bring this nightmare to an end. I will iron out the remaining details with your Herr Emsel. He'll want to talk this over with you anyway, I'm sure. You're a good man, Neck Puncher. You're saving more lives than you know. Yeah. Questionable, at best. Hey, let's talk to Kami. Kami brightens up as you approach her, grinning widely. Hey there. Altug was just telling me you were around. I was wondering if you might be willing to trade a story or two. What are you looking for exactly? The girl taps a finger thoughtfully against her chin. Well, you're new here. I know that you knew Monica, and you've got a vague idea about what went down the night she died. I want to know what you think your most exciting adventure has ever been. Hang on, how the hell did you hear about that? She smirks playfully. Remember, I'm in Altug's ear and hands outside of the cafe. Or ears and hands outside of the cafe. We share a lot of intel, he and I. And what else, I wonder? Coffee sometimes. Hookahs other. It's really not as bad as you think, I promise. She grins impishly. But that reminds me, you should probably get back to work. See you around. Yeah. That's a common misdirection to ask about something more intense, so that way you learn about something less intense. Also, let's see if Beckenbauer has anything else. Talk about are you accepting donations? Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, here's another one. I don't know what to say, Neck Puncher. With this donation, we have reached our final goal. I will speak with Burkazi immediately and provide him his down payment for buying an extra building. I thought this was just, I haven't gone through the contracts yet, but he did. And provide his down payment. The Neck Puncher Civic Center will stand as a monument to your generosity and care. Thank you once again. You have been a godsend to the poor of Kreuzbazar, and I will see to it that they know it. The Neck Puncher Civic Center. It has a nice ring to it. I'm happy that you're pleased. You've more than earned it. Okay. I could talk to him more about the war, but I've gone far enough in his conversation that he'll help out later. So let's go talk to our other friend. Lucky Strike stands in her customary place, her gear piled atop a nearby bar stool. For once, she isn't smoking. She gives you a small nod as you approach. Hey again, neck puncher. What's up? I didn't mean to ask. What's up with the tattooed circuitry? Is it purely decorative, or... It is now. Wasn't always, though. She stretches her neck so that the circuit pattern on her face can catch the light. What you're looking at used to be tattoo magic. Got it done when I was in Tokyo doing a job for the Yakuza. Oh, when were you in Tokyo? About 3 years ago. Spent a few months there. It was a business trip, though. You know how it is. Straight from the airport to the hotel to the job site, back to the hotel again afterwards. Rinse, repeat until the job is done. Not the most exciting way to travel, but the pay was good. What are you doing for the Yakuza? Work. The kind you don't talk about after. Tattoo magic, huh? That's a new one on me. Yeah, it was for me too. It's a meta magic thing. A way of quickening spells to a person. Binding magic into the flesh so it's almost impossible to get rid of. Anyway, long story short, I found a way to break it. Now it just looks pretty in the lamplight. Break the magic? Were the tattoos cursed or something? She snorts. Cursed? Huh, funny choice of words, but I guess that applies. When I went to work for the Yaks, they offered, no, insisted that I let them ink me. Said I needed for the job. Long story short, tattoos did boost my abilities, but they also branded me, marked me as Yakuza property, gave them an easy way of tracking me from the astral plane. How'd you break it? That's an even longer story, and not one I want to get into. Suffice it to say that it started with killing the guy who inked me, and ending in a pretty dark place. The upshot is that I can't go back to Japan, ever, but at least I got my autonomy back. She pauses for a moment to light up another cigarette. After she fills her lungs with smoke, she continues. So the moral of this story, I guess, is not to take an employer's word at face value. It's a lesson that every Shadowrunner needs to learn sooner or later, but I had a harder time than most. Now, can we talk about something else, or better yet, can we shut up and have a drink or two? All this yapping is making me thirsty. Let's talk about your team in Mita. Looks like I'd like to hear a little more about them. She shrugs. They're good people. They get the job done. What else do you need to know? Some details would be nice. Alright, sure, why not? We've got Ractor, who Ractor is awesome. We'll see him later. Which is weird, because I don't think you... I don't think you see Lucky Strike, because she's still banned for Hong Kong. So I don't think you... no, I don't think you get her. But Ractor, he's a rigger, an immigrant from the Russian Republic, genius mechanic and engineer. The guy built his own crawler form drone. He's impressive as hell at piloting it. There's Barracuda, the team shaman and face man. He's an elf in his mid-40s. He's got the whole silver fox thing working for him. He conducts most of our negotiations. Great card player. Han-Chen is our decker, requisite tough guy. Troll, huge, covered in tats and piercings. You know the type. I'm pretty sure that he and Barracuda have a thing going on, but they'll never cop to it. She presents herself to you with an ironic smile. Then there's me. Between us, we keep our bases covered. Sounds that way. How are they to work with? Solid. We're all on the same page. Nobody's afraid to speak his mind. We all get how a crew of anarchist runners is supposed to work. Even Ractor, who's still pretty new to the scene here in Berlin, gets tense from time to time, but supposed to get tense. Better than to have it defer to a leader and follow orders. We're all free and we know it. Anyway, enough about them. I don't come here to talk about work. Was there something else you wanted to talk about? Gotta run. See ya. Yeah, see ya. So the only reason I talked to her is because she mentions Ractor. And Ractor is one of my favorite characters in Hong Kong. which that will be soon enough. Well, it'll probably be like 2 weeks before that's done. Nah, maybe a week. So let's see if I can go do Blitz's mission now. Alright. Travel to Landenberg's Ring Bank in Dragonkip to clear Blitz's debt. No, this is Shadowrun. So it's based off of old tabletop RPG, which has a wonderful backstory that's really long. They have a whole wiki about the backstory of this game. Well, the backstory of the Shadowrun universe. Settling debts. Dragonkip. It'd be high up on anyone's list of places to avoid, but that's where you're headed. This place, and where you're going... and you're going there alone this time. The last time you saw Blitz, he was carting his portable terminal over to Cafe... I hate that. Shevza? Presumably so that he could do his decking in the most comfortable environment possible. Like everything else related to Dragonkip, the U-Bahn train that services it is in poor repair. The car you're riding in, it stinks like a chemical toilet on a hot day. On the floor near the doorway, you catch a sight of a trampled lump of tattered fur. The longer you stare at it, the more convinced you've become that you're looking at the remains of a long-dead squirrel. The train rumbles to a stop. The doors slide open. Time to get this over with. Alright. So, let's just take... Might as well just take this. Take a grenade in case I need it. Stepping out of the U-Bahn's tunnel, you once again find yourself in the squalid alleys of Dragonkip. This place is a pit. Piles of waste, human and otherwise, litter the streets. The gutted husks of commercial buildings stand hollow and empty all around you. Your comlink crackles to life and you can hear the distant sounds of Cafe Shevza, whatever. Merriment, laughter, and the clink of silverware on china. Blitz's voice cuts in a second later. Hey, Chief, you ready to do this thing? Are you? It sounds like you're nice and cozy in there. He scoffs. Of course I am. I've had this run planned out for years, like I said. You hear a slurping sound, presumably Blitz taking a steaming sip of hot soy calf. The only steam that you can see out here is your own breath condensing in the frigid night air. Enjoying your soy calf, buddy? Oh, sure, Chief. Nothing like a hot mug of soy calf on a cold night. You're telling me, Blitz. Yeah, Chief. I guess it must have been pretty frosty out there, huh? Another distant roar of laughter crackles over your comlink. Presumably the patrons of Cafe Shevza are having a lovely evening. Sorry about that, but look on the bright side. You get to have an adventure. That's something, right? You owe me for this, man. Blitz sighs. Yeah, Chief. Yeah, I do. A plain-looking man in a fancy suit taps away at his PDA. He's an older guy, probably in his late 50s. In the filth-strewn streets of Dragonkip, he stands out like a sore thumb. At the sound of your approach, he stops what he's doing to gaze at you. Neck puncher, right? I might be. Who's asking? My name is Hassenkamp. I'm Mr. Grinder's accountant. What a remarkable coincidence. Hassenkamp nods. His expression is deadpan. Mr. Grinder sent me to ensure that the money transfer goes according to plan. When you enter the building, I'm going with you. I don't think so. I don't bring strangers along on runs, period. The old man chuckles softly. If you want to get your pal off Mr. Grinder's hit list, I suggest you that you reevaluate that position. Blitz's voice crackles over your comlink. What the hell is this? Grinder didn't say anything about his accountant tagging along. Hassenkamp lips curl into a wry grin. Mr. Grinder doesn't have to explain himself to you. You're in his pockets, remember? If you want to back out of it, you'll do what he says. Well, that sells it for me. Let's get the show on the road. Amen to that. He glances at his wristwatch. I want to get back home before my grandkids go to bed. Alright. Couldn't agree more. It's your turn, Blitz. Get the door open so we can get inside. You got it, Chief. His voice is eager. Heading inside? This won't take 5 seconds. Yeah, so now we get to play as Blitz. Actually, first, since we have free walk, oh, can't go into any of those. A gatekeeper IC program stands impassively, waiting to challenge all comers. Visitor, identity unknown, please present security code string. Let's see here. Override security access, root command, trapdoor. There's a brief pause, then the IC flashes twice. Access granted. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, Blitz. You really are kind of an idiot. So, yeah, just about everything's blocked here. A piece of watcher IC turns, flashing angrily. A rapid-fire sequence of lights pulses out a warning. Keep away. Check my credentials with your friend back there. Go on, I can wait. A moment later, the watcher IC flickers apologetically. Secondary security verification approved. Superuser status verified. Query, how may I help you today? Just step aside, pal. I'm in a rush. The program immediately moves aside. Proceed. Have a pleasant day. Don't mind if I do. Blitz, you really are an idiot. Hacking something should not be this easy. Well, first, let's inspect this. Main system hardware firewall. And that should do it, Chief. You're good to head on inside. The main server should just be just ahead. A shocking display of competence from the red-haired disaster. That's what Mr. Grinder calls you, pal, by the way. He's got a rep around these parts for some strange reason. All of his friends keep dying. Don't listen to this asshole, Chief. He shouldn't even be here. He wouldn't be here if you hadn't spilled the beans to meet Grinder. Unfortunately for all of us, me especially, I am here. So let's just get this finished and then we can all get back to just liking each other on our own time. Fine by me. Anything else that we need to know, Blitz? Yeah, I've hit the first firewall here. I'll need you to get in there and install the bypass for me. Got it. We'll go find the terminal. Come on. Give me those desk drawers. This place is a dump. The top drawer of the desk is packed full of slender plastic rods. Cred sticks. Hundreds of them. Grab a handful. You sink your hand into the drawer of loose cred sticks and fish out a fistful. The plastic is slick and pleasant to the touch. As you withdraw your hand from the desk, Hassenkamp chuckles. They're all blank. You don't think that the Landenberg ring would leave them in an unlocked drawer if they had money on them, do you? You're probably right, but it doesn't hurt to check. You try to initiate transfer between one of the cred sticks from the desk and the one in your pocket. Sure enough, the stick from the desk is blank. So's the next one that you try, and the next. I told you so. Now can we keep moving, or do you want to test every stick in that drawer? Well, it wouldn't hurt. That was a rhetorical question, genius. He shakes his head. Come on, neck puncher, let's keep moving. First off, let's go to medical supplies. Free medical supplies are always good. Send it to stash. This desk is catastrophically messy. Candy wrappers litter its work surface, and the bottom drawer is ajar. Let's search the desk. Are you about through over there? Hang on a second, I want to check this out. I'm not sure that we're on the same page here, so we should probably hash this out now and save ourselves some time. We are here to fetch the money that your friend owes to Mr. Grinder. That means we aren't here to ransack desks or steal office supplies. So what you're doing right now could accurately be described as a waste of time. You don't want to get on my bad side, Hassenkamp. And you don't want to keep Mr. Grinder waiting. That would be a terrible mistake on your part. I'll take my chances. Rummaging through the desk, you find an old-fashioned binder stuffed with cheap paper. Leafing through the pages, you discover what appears to be a business plan. Apparently, the Landenberg Ring is in the process of opening a string of payday loan centers across Drogenkip. Oh, payday loan centers. The lowest of low scams. Hey, Hassenkamp. What does Grinder think about this? Isn't money lending his racket? Yeah. These Landenberg pricks have been a tick on his ass for years now, sucking away the revenue that should be lining his pockets. Bad business all around. Thankfully, we're going to recover at least a little of that cash tonight. And speaking of which... Second, I'm almost done. At the back of the binder, you find a note scrawled in a slip of paper. From the desk of John Bergfalk. Plots. We have a real and pressing concern about this silent partner you brought on for the loan center scheme. We don't need him. I keep saying it, but nobody listens. Call me, JB. Any idea who this Plots guy is, Hassenkamp? Miserable son of a bitch. I had to share an office with that man for... He cuts himself short. Never mind. You don't need to know. Blitz whispers through your comm link. The plot thickens. Let's make him real angry by checking the trash can. The garbage can hasn't been emptied in a while. When you lift the lid, you find the bin is overflowing with crumpled and disused office stationery. Dig through the trash. Oh, for Christ's sake, here we go again. Calm down, this is all part of the job. This is ridiculous. You're on a run with a deadline and you're rooting around in a trash can. It happens more often than you'd expect. The longer we argue about this, the longer it's going to take. He steps back, an exasperated expression on his face. Alright, fine. Do your thing, but make it quick. Most of the waste in here comes in the form of old bank statements. Apparently somebody in the Landenberg Ring has been using the backs of statements as scratch paper. The third handful of trash that you liberate from the bin contains a note that catches your eye. From the desk of John Bergenfalk. A. Where did you score that stuff, man? That juice you were passing around. That stuff was unreal. I'm serious, man. I haven't been that high since grad school. When you get your hands on more, let me know. John. What do you make of this, Hassenkamp? Well, let's see. Apparently a man named A scored some juice, and it really was unreal stuff. So what do I make of it? A couple of things. One, the Landenberg Ring has some real fuck-ups on its payroll. And two, you're wasting our time. Of the two, I'm more upset about the second, because it involves you keeping me here in this cesspool longer than I need to be. Does that answer your question? You seriously need to calm down, man. I'll calm down when I'm out of here and away from you. Now let's keep moving. Blitz whispers to you via comlink. Ask a silly question. Yeah, this door only takes you to the front of the bank, which is absolutely worthless. The door is locked. There's a small keypad, a keycard reader, and a comm panel set into the wall just beside it. Can't bypass it. You depress the call button. A shrill buzzing sound fills the air. There is no answer. Press it again. You press the button again and hold it. The buzzer screeches like a frightened animal, then sputters and dies out. Moments later, a high-strung voice warbles out of the speaker. Who the hell are you? Why are you leaning on the goddamn door buzzer? The voice has a shrill, tremulous quality to it that you recognize instantly. This guy is riding a stim high, and you're sure of it. Who wants to know? Who? Who? John Bergfalk, that's who, and I'm the one who keeps these servers protected, and I can't do it if you keep interrupting me. The voice calms, goes soft. Somehow it is an improvement. Now, you tell me who you are. Answer up, chop chop. Stay quiet. After a pregnant pause, which that's weird to say, you hear the voice again. I guess I must have imagined it. Gotta lay off the stims, John. They're making you go all squirrely again. With a click, the line goes dead. The door is still locked, but the light on the comm panel blinks invitingly. Let's use it again. You press the button again, and again it chokes out its screeching cry. This time the response is immediate. What the hell? Whoever you are, you better knock it off. I swear something bad is going to happen if you don't. Stay quiet. Twice in a row? What's this thing's problem? With a click, the line goes dead. You could almost swear that the response... Okay. Response comes before you press the button. Albert, I swear to God, if you're messing around out there, I'm going to shank you with a pen. In the kidney, Albert. That's where I'll put it. Right in the kidney. Alright. Calm down. Put the pen away. You wouldn't hurt your old friend Albert, would you? Don't test me, Albert. You've always been a royal pain in the ass, you know that. There's a burst of static as he coughs in the microphone. By the way, what happened to your voice? You don't sound like yourself. I have a cold. Yeah, well, you deserve it. Now tell me why you're pestering me and make it quick. My patience for you dried up months ago. I do like the, no particular reason, I'm just having fun driving you nuts. I've got a bottle of the good stuff in my bag. Want to share? Another long pause. The good stuff? You mean, like, the juice? Well, okay, maybe just a sip or two. The door unlocks with a solid thunk. Tricking you with your drug habit. Who the hell are you? So, he is a street samurai. So, can't designate target. But not worth it, really. He also has a pistol, which he's actually much better at using than I am. Or than he is at other things. Let's shred some armor. Oh, are you knocked out, pal? Well, that was easy. And we have his key card. Let's go to the server terminal. The interface of this console has been locked. Peering around the terminal, you find an absolute rat's nest of tangled cables running between it and the servers. Blitz, there's an awful lot of cables back here. Come on, Chief, it's not that complicated. They're running a hardware firewall. You'll find it on the main matrix line just before it reaches the first server. He sniffs. Kid stuff, really. Oh, for Christ's sake. Quit preening and walk him through it. Hate to say it, but he's right. You might want to get... You might want me to get you around that firewall. You're going to have to give me instructions. Blitz sighs. Alright, Chief. I'll take you through the steps. First, find the main matrix line. It'll be a heavy-duty optical cable that's wired through a wall from the outside. Okay, got it. Good. Now, find the first box and that cable connects into. It'll have 3 cables plugged into it. 1 power and 2 optical. Connect the end of the bypass to the 2 optical cables. Following his instructions, you soon have the bypass connected. Alright, that's done. What's next? Nothing. I'm in. That wasn't so hard, now was it? Just get us into the vault, Blitz. I'm on it. So yeah, now we have these things. So you basically have to pull these and put them into places. So first thing first, we're going to go... Actually, we should take the farther one. Yeah, well, let's do that. Yep. So you need these to basically stay here to keep you from getting locked in. So you have to take this one. And then I believe there's one down here that you can get for free. Let's do this. So putting one there allows you to take this one. The sound is quite irritating. So it's fine if there's a firewall there. And then you place a bit here, it takes this down. So when you take this one, it blocks this way, but this way is still open. Puzzles! Hey Chief, I found something here that you might want to take a look at. What is it? Looks like a sort of persona non grata list for Landenberg Ring. Everyone here is listed as shoot on site. There are a lot of names here. Lots of personal information too. Known associates, credit history, holopics, that type of thing. Alright, so what's so interesting about it? Well, there are 3 names in this list that I recognize. One of them is mine, naturally. The Landenbergs and Schwartz Harrison never did get along. Another is Hastenkamp's. He scoffs. I'm not surprised. These bastards would love to put my head on a plate. And Chief, the other one is yours. They've got a whole dossier on you. No idea where they got it from or why, but they have it. Oh, that isn't good. Welcome to the club. I wouldn't worry too much about it. I don't. This dossier looks like a new file. It was just uploaded about 20 minutes ago. Hang on a second, there's an attachment. I'll send it to you. Bliss's voice falls silent. A few seconds later, a brief message appears on the screen of your PDA. Plots. Here's the intel I wanted on those unwanted guests that I warned you about. They're coming tonight. Take appropriate precautions. Plots. I've run into that name a couple times since we arrived. Any ideas, Hassenkamp? Jürgen Plotz. He's the leader of the Landenberg Ring. I've had to share an office with that miserable son of a bitch for 5 years before we went our separate ways. He's the greediest, most narcissistic piece of work that I've ever met. And I work for a loan shark. I imagine he's not a huge fan of yours either. No, he's not. Anyway, in the end, it doesn't matter. Mr. Grinder will get paid, and Plotz is going to write the check. Well, that was very enlightening. Want me to delete the files, Chief? Please. A few seconds pass. Done and done. No need to worry about that anymore. Well, that's reassuring. Thanks, Blitz. I believe you take this bit, then you place... No, that won't work. Because that'll pop up, I think, if we take... There you go. Now I have 3 bits. I have no interest in playing a new Digimon. I was never a huge Digimon fan. Can't really say. I mean, I've heard good things about it, but not my cup of tea. Oh crap, forgot to do another thing. Alright, you're clear into the secured area. Keep your eyes open, Chief. There's a tiny chance you might bump into some physical security from here on out. Other than the crazy guy in the server room, you mean? Yeah, other than him. You said there wouldn't be any security in this building. Hassenkamp sounds tired. Easy in, easy out, no security. That's what you told Mr. Grinder. Those were your exact words. Yeah, well, the situation has changed a bit. Look, I'm not saying that you will hit security. I'm just saying that you might. So just keep your eyes open and lower the next firewall, okay? We'll keep our eyes peeled. Alright, I will be back in just a moment. I need to go grab something else to drink. So I'll be right back.
Alright, I am back. And fortunately there's no way to get Blitz back just yet. Whew. I ran a little too fast. So let's head down here. Look at this wreck. Watch step. The desk is an oasis of order amidst the chaos of the rest of the building. Papers and chips are stacked neatly or filed by name and date. And there's the train. There's even an old-fashioned coffee mug filled with random assortment of graphite pencils and ink pens. Whew. Hassenkamp raises an eyebrow. Huh. This desk is actually organized. Must belong to somebody in management. Well, that or an employee with OCD. He shrugs. Sure, that too. Either way, we should keep moving. Time's a-wastin'. Oh, excuse me. Had to get that out. Hang on, there might be something important in here. Let's have a quick look. He rolls his eyes. Fine, whatever. Check the stacks of paper. You appear to have discovered a compilation of financial reports. Each report details the fiscal health of a small corporation. Taken as a whole, they paint a picture of small business across the whole of Germany. Each corp in the pile seems to have an interesting, innovative project underway. Unfortunately, all are also in dire financial straits, and at least half of them are teetering on the edge of bankruptcy.
Despite the corporation's impending insolvency, the files suggest buying heavily into all of them. Apparently, the Landenbergs ring's sources have led them to believe that all these corporations are on the verge of being acquired by a single megacorp. The file doesn't say which. A financial crime ring involved in insider trading. Shocking. Now can we please move on? Check the drawers. Most of the drawers are neatly stocked with stationery supplies, but nothing interesting turns up. The topmost drawer is locked. Yes. Use my strength to force that drawer open. You give the handle a sharp tug, and the lock snaps with a crack. The drawer slides open effortlessly. Inside is a contact book with an impressively long list of names. None of them stand out in any way. You also find a tube of lip balm and a cred stick. I'll take this guy's money. 109 new yen. Boring. You slip your cred stick into your pocket. Easy money. All done? You sure? Maybe there were some nice binder clips in there for you to play with? Or a staple remover for you to steal? Really? Well then maybe I should take another look. Forget I said anything. Let's go. This terminal has been left on. And on the screen is active. It has been logged in under the name Albert Trips. Keyboard input has been locked out, and a password entry screen hangs in the center of a box. Enter a password. Can't do much. Yep, so the teller door we do need to open at some point, because there is something there. But we're not going to do that just yet. Yeah, nice desks. Nice and smashed up. So this is my stash. I don't need drugs. This vent is large enough to fit a drone through. Yeah, if you're a rigger, you can use that. But if you're not, it's worthless. Hey, a desk. You find a sheaf of banking information. The data in this paperwork all points to Meat Grinder and contains a long list of financial transactions and known associates. The whole thing is enclosed in a manila folder labeled Plots. For once, Hassenkamp doesn't complain about the detour. He sees the information in front of you and he stops dead in his tracks. Why would Plots have Meat Grinder's financial records? We better keep moving, huh, Hassenkamp? Like you said, Grinder's waiting. Yeah, hang on a second. This is important. Yeah, just wanted to hear you say it. Now, why would Plots have Grinder's financial records? To steal from him, most likely? But these records don't make any sense. Care to explain that to the rest of us? The accountant frowns, staring at the paper printouts in front of him. I know Mr. Grinder's books. I tend them for him. And I'm telling you, what I'm seeing here doesn't add up. Yeah, why would you want it to? If the Landenberg ring has a file on Grinder, isn't it better that it's wrong? Well, sure. But what I'm seeing here looks neat. Professional. This isn't amateur work. Somebody went through a lot of trouble to write out projections for all of Mr. Grinder's future profits, and those projections are way outside the scope of what our organization brings in annually. Maybe there's something going on that you don't know about. Could Grinder be working a deal under your nose? Maybe he wants to keep you insulated from, maybe. No way. That would be financial suicide. Mr. Grinder is good at intimidating people and breaking kneecaps, but when it comes to keeping the business running, I'm the man that he turns to. Have been for a dozen years. Maybe we should ask Grinder about it once we're done with the run. Yeah. He glances back at the folder of information, a conflicted expression on his face. Maybe I should. Nothing suspicious happening here. At all. Nothing to worry about. So it looks like we've got a little buddy down here. Another little buddy over here. And we can't get to either buddy. Look sharp. Look sharp, security. I don't think they see us. I'm pretty sure they will. Firewall terminal. This looks like the terminal that Blitz was telling you about. Disengage the second firewall. The button depresses with a meaty thunk. That's done it, Chief. The final firewall just went down. I should be clear to access that security node now. Get to it then. Done and done. This'll be easy as pie. You wait and see. Well, that's all fine and good, but be quick about it. There were some guards in the other room, and I don't want to be here if they decide to come exploring. Yeah, I'm on it. You two cool your jets. I'll let you know as soon as the vault door is open. Alright. Yeah, so I can't play with those anymore, so I can't get... Yeah. Oh, no. It just took a minute for them to load. Oh, God, that sound is not annoying at all. See, I don't think there's anything else back here, right? Just make sure. Okay, good. Because that looks like the base for the data towers. Place a bit. Place a bit. Place another bit. Hey Chief, I just cracked open a security door somewhere in your area. It might be worth checking out. Will you please tell him to concentrate on the job? We're here to settle his debt, not hunt for souvenirs. You're a big boy. Tell him yourself. Blitz, you need to... Yeah, I heard you the first time. Hey, thanks for doing that, Blitz. No problem, Chief. It's great to feel appreciated. Sigh. Well, if you'd quit acting like a bitch, people wouldn't treat you like a bitch. You gotta be like Marcellus Wallace. And not look like a bitch. Oh, right. Oh, easy. You know, just simple. Just get over here and hack the vault door. No biggie. The vault door control node. Let's unlock the vault door. There's another telltale crackle of static from your comm link. Blitz's voice fills your ear. His tone is impossibly smug. Alright, Chief. That should do it. The vault's open and I'm suppressing the alarm. Easy as pie, just like I said. Yes, we're all very impressed. Now let's get the show on the road, shall we? Let's do it. Alright, well, before we do that... Hey, look, there's a med box there. We need to do this. Since it's open now. I love how they have a gun rack behind the teller. Yes, portable grenade launcher. I don't have the skill to use a grenade launcher, because apparently triggers are too difficult for me. I mean, come on. I'm a guy who punches necks. Also, I probably should check to see if there's better armor I can get soon enough. As you approach the terminal, Hassenkamp steps forward. I'll handle the transfer from here, thank you. Yeah, I don't think so, Chuckles. I don't trust you. Be my guest. Hassenkamp fingers dance over the terminal's keypad. A progress bar winks onto the screen and rapidly climbs towards 100%. Very good. Only one more thing needs doing, and then we can get out of here. Wait a second. You said we were here to do the money transfer, nothing else. You can't go back on that now. The money transfer took care of Blitz's debt to Mr. Grinder. Consider this the interest. Hey, whoa, hold up. I don't owe you any interest. Grinder didn't say anything about interest. You're just grabbing things out of the safe deposit boxes we want to cut. Hassenkemp ignores him. Just wait here for a minute. I'll be right back. Hassenkemp walks to a nearby safe and taps a code into the keypad. The door swings open. He reaches inside and pulls out a small plastic box, then taps the activator on his comlink. Yes, Mr. Grinder, the package is secure. That's right, I'm holding it right now. You'll have it in your hands within the next 15 minutes. Your comlink crackles and Blitz whispers into your ear. This is bullshit, Chief. By all rights, that box should be ours. This was our run. Do you even know what the box is, Blitz? Well, no, but I still want it. Yeah, well, I like a mystery as much as the next guy. Maybe I can find a way to get it away from him. Hell yeah, Chief. Keep your eyes open. Maybe when his back is turned? His voice trails off. No, wait. Damn it. This isn't gonna work. Why not? Well, Meat Grinder obviously wants a thing, and Hassenkemp isn't going to give it to you. If you steal it from him, I think he's going to figure out where it went. And if you kill him, Grinder takes my thumbs off. Damn it. Blitz falls into a disgruntled silence. You can hear the soft murmur of Hassenkemp speaking into his comlink from across the room. Finally, he taps the power button and deactivates the device. Alright, the deal is done. Let's get out of here. Upon approaching the vault door, two things become immediately apparent. One, when you stepped into the vault, the door sealed and latched behind you. And two, there's no obvious way to open it from where you're standing. Hey, Blitz, open the door. Huh? What do you mean, Chief? The vault door, idiot. There's no way to open it from in here. You did account for that, didn't you? There's a long pause. Oops. Oops. I think I might have missed that detail when I planned this run through. Let me get this straight, Blitz. You planned how to get us into the vault in excruciating detail, but didn't bother figuring out how to get us back out? Easy there, Chief. Just cool your jets and let me get to work on this. I'll figure something out. Don't you worry. Hassenkemp rubs his temples with his free hand. The other hand cradles the plastic box like a fine piece of china. I knew that something was going to happen. When Mr. Grinder told me who'd I'd be checking up on, I just knew it. Right there with you. Oh, come on, Chief. Don't side with that asshole over me. Like I said, I'm gonna get you out of there. Just give me 2 more seconds. 1, 2. There's a long pause. Finally, Blitz speaks again. His voice is strained. Alright, Chief. I think I can see how to get you out of there. You give me the go-ahead, and I'm gonna try something. But there's a catch. I hesitate to ask. Well, right now I'm keeping about 4 different alarms from triggering. No big deal. I can handle it. But I won't lie. Opening that door is going to be tough. It'll take concentration, and I don't think I can keep all 4 alarms locked down while I'm doing it. So you're telling us in order to open the door, you're going to have to set off the alarm. Do I have that right? Well, technically you set off the alarm when you stepped into the vault. All I'm doing is keeping the signals locked down so they can't get out. And I might be able to release the lock fast enough to catch the alarms before they sound, but I can't guarantee it. How reassuring. Alright, Blitz, go ahead and do your thing. I believe in you. Seconds later, the vault door releases with a heavy thunk. Done and done. Nicely done, Blitz. Your sentence is interrupted with a shrill wailing sound. An alarm. That's our cue to leave. Yeah. Can't say I didn't warn you. You better get out of there. The alarm is going off in both Meat Space and the Matrix. Reinforcements are on the way. Don't want to be there when they get there. That's an understatement. Get me the hell out of here. Hello, people. Well, I guess the first thing is to just... Well, none of them really have armor, so... Maybe just throw a grenade at them? Yeah. Good. From 3 down to 1 in a single turn. By the way, don't get shot by the shotgun. Just as, like, advice. Usually that doesn't end well. Well, that went smoothly. Smoothly-ish. You hear a loud thunk sound, a heavy-duty maglock clicking shut. The little red light above the exit door goes from green to red. Blitz, I'm detecting a pattern here. Yeah, Chief, I'm getting right on it. What a goddamn train wreck. There's another long pause. The tension mounts. Then your comlink crackles to life again. Okay, Chief, I figured out how to get you out of there. You're going to have to release a couple of locks, and you can find the controls in the room in the north and south of your current position. But in order to get those locks, I'm going to have to hold the doors open for you. Keep talking. Now on my end, holding even one of those doors open is going to be a full-time job. There's no way I can hold both at once. So, once I've opened a door, you'll have to run in, release the lock, then get back out. I won't be able to do much until you do. You hold the door open, we run in, release the lock, get out again, do that twice, once for each door. That's right, and once we release both locks, you need to get out of there as quickly as possible. I'll lock the place down behind you. Oh, and Chief, you have some more company in there. Hassenkamp readies his weapon. Wonderful. Whee! Have I also mentioned that Blitz is not particularly good in the Matrix? Ugh, I thought I was hitting these guys too. Swing and a miss. Yeah. Ah, blitz, blitz, blitz. Hey, you hit a thing. Good for you. Hmm, 25 for 3 rounds. That should be enough to kill that. And you missed that guy when you're like point blank. This is not as bad as Johnny Clean. Wow, for a pistol, you have terrible abilities. Okay, let's blaster these guys. Hopefully you don't blaster yourself. Okay. Let's hit up that one. And you missed. Well, I guess you can tar bomb. at least some damage. Alright. So... you can move here. And... medic him, because we'll need it. This is why you always send your attack program first. Good. You actually hit that one. Let's see, that's 75? Yeah. I mean, the only good part is he can use Blaster pretty damn quickly. It's one down. Alright, now I forget where to go in here. So let's just test a thing. I can have him peek into rooms and see what is what. And Blitz, you just move here. That way you're kind of in a neutral place. Okay, so I actually do need to go in here. Because this is obviously one of the door controls. Yeah, just come through. Wow, okay, I was gonna say these guys are durable as hell. But for some reason the health bar is taking a while to update. Hit him with a degrade. Get your neck punched. Thank you. Oh, hi. Yeah, just do it. You're a conjurer. So let's hit you up with a strip armor. How do you miss an unconscious person? How does that happen? Grab the med kit. Okay, get up and strip his armor. Good. -3 AP. No moving for you. Alright, you can't get out of there because your movement is terrible. Good shot. Ugh. Yeah, going through gates is a little frustrating. You just kind of have to do it. You have to go forward and then go back. Okay, so this should be the other door on the other side. Alright, Blitz. Head in. Heal thyself. And move here. I think Blitz has a 2-turn cooldown for medic. Yeah, 2-turn. Hello, people. Looks like 90 is the best I'm going to get. You come in, degrade him, and you miss. Okay. Yeah, actually you really need to heal Mr. Attacko Pants. And you have a terrible chance to hit him. So how about you move up here just so you have cover and hit him. You go first. So that way if Blitz can, he can open the door. Can he? Probably not. Mostly because he keeps missing. Okay. So you have a lot of armor. Now you have none. Ugh, I love the instant reload. Come on, load up the Matrix. The game has halts like these. It's this mission, and there's another mission later where this problem becomes quite prevalent. Come on. Wakey wakey. That's the only problem with using the standalone with this. Yeah, I can't save game. So I just have to wait. If it doesn't load up in a minute, then I might have to restart sections, which sucks. Any week now. But you can get hard freezes like this where it doesn't actually catch someone's turn. Are you really gonna freeze right here? Let's do this. Okay, that wasn't too long ago. So you're gonna start... Actually, let's do this. Nope, it's hard bricked. That sucks. It happens. It sucks because I'm literally one door away from completing it. Yeah. Well, either way, I can fast skip through all the dialogue and everything just to get back up to where I was. No, it doesn't look like it, because enemy turn hasn't moved. Yeah. Oh, nope. It actually worked. Hopefully it's from the point I'm saved at the vault. Because it normally saves, like, when you're trying to escape the vault. Hopefully. Because I believe there's an autosave right there. Come on. Why are you being slow? Okay, good. Let's put you over here this time. Good. Wow, he didn't even get a turn. Yep, we've already seen that. I should have gone after the other guy because he's a mage, but that guy's a troll, so... Okay, so I actually can't hit those guys, so let's do this instead. Let's move forward, and then tar bomb. There we go. And you miss and hit the other side, so that's fine. I mean, either way you hit them, so... Good. And hit him with that one. I should actually send both of them to the lower door, because that'll be a little bit easier to deal with. Hit this one, because you have a good chance of hitting them. I don't know why he's flanked. I'm really only on one side of him. Good. What the heck? Okay. So... Oof. Double miss. Oof. That's a lot of missing. Now I'm doing terrible. Well, he missed. Apparently everybody derped. That was just about an entire turn of just missing. Yeah, he really doesn't have much health left, so I'd rather just keep going. people are going on about something on Facebook. Political debates never end well. It's not even really a debate. People just talking about what they would do if they had something they could do, like if they ran on a platform. And some people pick the absolute dumbest thing you could ever run for. One was like, I'd run on a platform of nothing but global warming. Okay. What does that do for everybody else? Nothing. Ugh, he's almost dead. Ugh, that sucks. Blitz, you're kind of on your own now. Also because you're like a decker with one ISP program, or IP. No! I wanted that. One attack program. So now this is going to be the suck for him. But, even though that's not in your best interest, get there. Also, in truth, someone who cares a lot about the environment but doesn't give two craps about other people. If the environment is more important than people, I don't trust those people. Alright, first off, Blitz, heal yourself, because I get the feeling you're probably going to die. If you're not careful. Okay, thank you. Get over here. And for pistol skills, he has like the world's longest cooldown. Yep, can't strip my armor. Because I know that's exactly what he's trying to do. Just miss every time. 70% chance miss? What is this, XCOM? Thank you. We're ready. Force it. Now, I'm gonna get up there and strip his armor. And then punch him out a little. You can't even reach the door in a turn. Don't really need health. Whoa. The letters got all screwed up there. Let's move up here. Alright. She's a conjurer, so let's take her out. Yep, and then you're stuck. Nasty. Let's go right there. There we go. Don't freeze again. Thank you. Alright, Blitz, get out here. And heal thyself. Okay. Can you please stop shooting me? Whoa. Music spikes. I know one world has some music and the other world has different music, so it kind of gets weird like that. Heal yourself. The game's bugging out. I've always hated games that the more you play, the more they bug out. Okay, good. Well, thank you. Alright. There we go. Ugh. Alright, okay, good. I have shred armor, rip armor again. And... yeah, just take him out. Fuck. Or miss. Alright. What's going to be awesome is tomorrow doing more PlayStation Roulette. Alright, Chief. I've reached the door controls. Yeah, force it. Go around and punch him. Then use medkit on yourself. You know, I have to say, getting upgraded in pistols in Shadowrun is really good. Like, really good. Only because you can get some crazy good bonuses. Like the whole reload automatically thing. Wow, you really can't even reach that. Well, one would only get you there. You know what? Use this. And use this. Increases movement. Oh, really? You're gonna come in here? Well, that's a really good bad idea for you. Because I can do this. That's done it, Chief. Bail on out of there. Once you both made it into the next room, I'll lock the door behind you. That should buy you a few seconds at least. We're on it. Ah, they didn't leave the room. Now they'll be stuck in there. You know what? Rip her armor again. Okay, seriously? So, I have this phone app called Drops. And I like it, but oh my god, does it send a lot of notifications. It's like, hey, have you played today? Hey, you remember this word? Hey, you should learn this. And it's like, I got it. Like, I play at specific times. Like, you don't need to remind me. Oh, well, I guess who's getting stuck in there forever? You are. There's a loud burst of static from your comm link. That takes care of that. All locked up tight, and you should be clear to make your exit. Thank God for that. I hate to admit it, Blitz, but you did good back there. No, he didn't. Don't pat him on the back for the worst part of this operation. Hey, thanks, Hassenkamp. Yeah, you too. Now, you two ready to get out of there? Do you even have to ask? Alright, let's see what I can do about that. There's a long pause. Then Blitz's voice crackles out of your PDA speakers. Head for the front door this time, though, not the alley. Would Just go with me on this, Chief. The door that you came through is no good. You want to go out the front. There's a terminal that you need to access. One more button to press. Do that, and we're home free. Alright, Blitz, the front door it is. Good. And make sure that Hassenkamp comes with you. Gotta make sure that box makes it back to Grinder. Lovely. Alright. Well, while we're doing this... Oh, God. Oh, God, the slow. Thank you. Yeah. Use that on me. I thought you were hurt, but I guess you healed it all? Because you probably only got hit once. Believe the button's in there. Either way, we can take a look at what's coming next. Okay, not here. Oh yeah, the main atrium. Forgot about this part. Yeah. Save the game here. Oh boy. Hassenkamp, no. Yeah, so this looks like perfectly safe. This must be the terminal Blitz wanted you to use. Its screen is badly scratched, and the casing is cracked, but the design tells you it was originally part of the bank's security system. Come on, let's get the show on the road. We're almost out of this godforsaken place. Well, you're half right, Neck Puncher, is almost out. You, on the other hand, you will never be leaving this building, you son of a bitch. Blitz, what the hell? Shut up and listen, Chief. Hassenkamp is planning on screwing you. I've had a bot digging up intel on the man ever since you stepped into the building together. Let me tell you, he is not trustworthy. Hassenkamp sneers. Says the man who ratted out his own gang. To hell with this, I'm leaving. I wouldn't if I were you. Neck Puncher there can kill you with the press of a button. I can? Well, more accurately, he can give me control of those auto turrets with the press of a button, and then I can kill you. Hassenkamp stops, look you in the eye. But he wouldn't do that, would he? Actually, he thinks that killing you is a great idea. You depress the button in the security console. Suddenly, the air fills with a harsh rattling sound. The auto turrets in the corners of the room grind to life and train themselves on the accountant. Hassenkamp's eyes widen. He drops into a crouch. He pulls his pistol from its holster in a single fluid motion. You should have listened to me, Neck Puncher. It would have been quick and clean. 2 shots to the back of the head and done. Now we're going to have to get messy. You're going to die, Hassenkamp. Blitz, you may fire when rare. Blitz's voice crackles over the comlink. Chief, there's somebody in here with me. Hey, get away from that. To your horror, a pair of Blitz's auto turrets begin recalibrating. In unison, they swivel to face you. Ah, hell. A mix of surprise and elation plays across Hassenkamp's face. If he knows why this is happening, he doesn't show it. Must be my lucky day. Well, Hassenkamp, it's been real, like really real, but you really got to go now. 4 AP. You just got styled upon, boy. The intruder's avatar shimmers in the cool ambient glow of the bank's matrix hub. He sneers at Blitz, his hands closed into fists. Who the hell are you, man? I could ask the same of you. You're in my banking system, you little bastard. What? My name is Plotz. I run the Landenberg ring, and that makes this my bank, and everything in it mine. That means you and your friend are trespassing, and that means that neither of you are going to make it out of here alive. I'm shaking in my boots, man. I mean, seriously, how old are you, by the way? Because you look about 40. The banker's face is overtaken by a menacing smile. I'm still spry enough to ruin your day, punk. Your ass is mine. Yeah, vigor of youth is nice and all, but here in a virtual world, I don't think that makes much difference. Could you still hit him? No, get away from that. Naughty. You're being very naughty. Yeah, 150 damage to your face is pretty good. A tar bomb. Yeah, basically he's gonna go around and try to hack all the turrets. Let's hit you with another degrade. Or erosion. Yeah, that is degrade. No, it's erosion. Degrade is the one that lowers their actual... 75. Oh, you're dead. See ya. Ouch. You can hack this one. And heal yourself. Because I believe there's still some other stuff to go. So we have 3 and 1. Yeah, how about you move up here? Because that one's closer to the exit. He's still knocked out. Hasenkemp's body lies on the ground, riddled with bullets. Or fist marks. Because I didn't shoot him. Well, he got shot once, so... I guess 1 counts as riddled? Some of the turret fire must have caught the box that he was carrying. He lays splayed open, its electronic guts spilled across the floor. Bad news, Blitz. That mystery box of yours is no more. Damn. Well, that's okay, Chief. I helped keep you from eating a bullet, and that's what's most important. Besides which, that Decker had some Dreck-hot programs loaded into his rig. I managed to snatch up one of them, too. Looks like some sort of hijacking tool for taking over hostile IC. Yeah, sounds whiz. Oh, and Blitz? Yeah, Chief? When I get home, we're having a talk about your planning abilities. Okay. Sounds good. Let's go back to the Kreuzbazaar. Well, that was fun. Except for the freezing. The ride back to the Kreuzbazaar is a lonely one. The train car smells a little bit better than the one you rode in on. It isn't great, but at least it doesn't leave you gagging. Still, things are looking up. You've helped Blitz pull himself out of hot water, and with any luck at all, you'll never have to set foot in Dragonfall again. After a long, boring trip, the car rattles to a stop. The doors slide open. You're home. Yay, 2 karma. Thanks for that. I don't even think I can buy anything for 2 karma. Yeah. Well, anyway, that's all for today. I'll continue this on Monday. And, of course, tomorrow I will be doing my PlayStation randoms. So that should be around 11 tomorrow. And I'll probably continue it on for quite some time. But either way, thank you for watching and have a wonderful rest of your day. And also, don't forget, Twitter, Morakdias, on Streamlabs, /Morakdias for tips, Patreon, /Morakdias for any sponsorships, and, of course, twitch.com /Morakdias, and all the YouTube stuff that has everything. But either way, Have a wonderful rest of your day.